What's happening, people? We're back after a long winter break to talk about the key topics this week, and one that's dominated the headlines has been Arsene Wenger. So we want to decide right here, right now, Wenger in or Wenger out. Mark, I'll let you take up as Arsenal fan.
Right, I've got a lot to say. First of all, Wenger out.
Yeah?
I want him out, I've had enough.
Controversial.
Results have not been acceptable. This season's been poor. People have been saying it's only been the last few weeks, but I feel that the last couple of seasons have been disastrous. Top four is not good enough all the time. We're not progressing. Wenger is old school, old hat. We need new ideas. We need a younger manager. The signings he's made haven't been good enough. Spent a lot of money, and tactically he's inept. He doesn't know what to do anymore. Plays the same system, same formation every single game. Doesn't know how to change. And our opposition now know how we play.
Can work you out.
Work us out. They don't have to do their homework.
He's got a rough idea already without doing a scouting report and that.
He's pretty stubborn, isn't he, with his tactics? Because he just assumes that we'll go and win whatever system they play. We'll play our system.
Yeah, of course.
We'll win. You don't have the players now to do that, do you?
Well, we haven't, no. Because if for example, like Chelsea play their wing back three, they can change to a back three and their wing backs, and you've got Moses, etc. Yeah. I don't think Arsenal got the players to do that. Yeah. Spurs change it up with Poch. He just changes the formation. You play three at the back, sometimes four. But Wenger just sticks with that set four.
He's quite stubborn.
Four. Sticks with his ideas.
Four
with two holding. The wingers, one behind the front man, and it doesn't work. And also, my concern is that he's playing players that are out of form or low on confidence. For example, Lucas Perez, he's playing really well, scored a hat-trick in the Champions League, scored a couple of goals in the FA Cup, I think it was the FA Cup, and then he's been dropped and we haven't seen him
yet.
Really
seen him, yeah.
But that's because the squad depth is not there, is it? In previous years, striking options were, you were rich in striking options, weren't you? You think you players like Kanu and Sukeka could come on.
But I'm not here to dig out. I don't want to dig out too many players, but Iwobi is young, and we've just thrown him in there, and it's not fair on the lad, because with other clubs, they give him a little 10-minute, 20 minutes here and there.
You've got to bleed your players in correctly. You can't just throw them into the deep end. Like Iwobi starting a Champions League quarter final or Champions League last 16 against Bayern Munich. No, it shouldn't. It should not be happening. He's not experienced enough.
It's not fair on the lad. It's not fair on Iwobi.
No.
So I'm a Wenger out.
So, for me, I can see where Arsenal fans are coming from. As a West Ham fan, I mean, you want to try having Avram Grant and Big Sam for all the time we had. From our point of view, looking up at a team like Arsenal, we only wish that we were there. But I can understand the frustration, because fourth, it was just scraping fourth, and that would do. And then kind of like now, this season, it's looking like that might not even be enough. But I don't know whether he's become tired or because at one point he was the new kid on the block. He was the person who changed Premier League football, and I don't know whether everyone's caught up to him.
Everyone's surpassed him. They've gone past him now.
Because he brought in the healthy eating thing now. Everyone does that now.
Do you know, change the culture off the pitch.
Yeah, that sort of step he had in front of everyone else. Everyone's caught up with him. It's like he needs someone in there to sort of change up the ideas.
But I get the feeling like Steve Bold, I don't know what he does. He's an ex-Arsenal player that's been there.
But people have called Arsenal players back. They want Keown or Adams back, or they want Vieira back. Would that be is that
the answer? No? Or is it? We can all blame Wenger. He's the manager. He's going to take the back of it. But is it the players or is it Wenger?
I think the players don't want to play for Wenger.
Of certain players there let him down, because I feel there's a few players there which potentially they were great signings and never gone up, never moved up a level. Where other players have, for instance, like a Luka Modric, he had the potential, he's proved it, and he's moved on and on and on. He went up the gears.
So some players have been a bit stale. He's prime example, isn't he?
Even Chamberlain's come out and said he feels stale at being at Arsenal, and there's rumours that he wants to leave.
He's been probably one of the better players, isn't he, recently?
Since he's been moved into the middle.
Well, you're obviously loving it.
I think he should sign it. Whatever contract they can offer him, sign it as soon as. I'll drive him there and sign a contract for him. 2 more years, definitely for me. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, and if it is Arsenal, Wenger goes, who would be a placement? That's always the problem, isn't it?
There's the lack of options out there at the moment.
Or the right option, possibly.
The right option. Well, the managers that we'd want are at other clubs, and they probably wouldn't leave For example, Allegri has been mentioned, and as all Arsenal fans know, why would he want to leave Juventus? He's only been there a short period of time. Why would you want to leave a successful team that have progressed in the Champions League, that are top of the Italian league? Why would you want to come to Arsenal, a club that's at the moment
crisis?
In crisis. So
definitely,
because I think whoever comes in, they would need a hell of a lot of money to rebuild that squad. It's not like, you know, Conte coming to Chelsea and he brought in Kante into that squad, Luiz at the back. Didn't really, you know, make huge change. Obviously, he brought back Moses, played that system change, but he didn't have to tinker too much with that squad. But after with Arsenal, you know, you're looking at pretty much a player in almost every position to change. You know,
there's a lot of players he's going to have to have a mass clear out. Next season, he's going to have to probably get rid of around 10 players.
Well, but Wenger wouldn't do that.
But Wenger, this is it, so he wouldn't do it. So it's going to be the same thing next season, because we'll have the same squad, a couple of new faces coming in, but it won't change. It needs more. This is just a gradual process of things just gradually, they've just deteriorated over the last 3 or 4 years. This is not something that's just happened right now. I said years ago, if we carry on like this, we'll drop out the top 4 because everyone else around us is improving.
Yeah, it's true.
And they are.
What about Sanchez? Do you think it's over the coming months? We've heard he's been unsettled here and there, and you're starting to see little bits and pieces. Do you think that's true, or do you think it's just?
I think he's frustrated with
media.
I think he's frustrated with. It's hard to say. I'm not Alexis Sanchez. I think he's frustrated with the way, for example, 1-1 away to Bayern, half time. You're in the tie, and then 10 minutes into the second half, we just fall apart, and there's no leaders there, and he's the one that does a lot of the closing down, running, and sets the benchmark for the work rate up top. Not to say that other players don't work hard, but he's the one from the front. You say you defend from the front. Well, he's the one that's always closing down, and then you see him often look around, and there's no one within 20 yards.
Chamberlain done it in that game, didn't he? He jumped up and down like a kid because he was so frustrated that he's chasing and no one was chasing with him.
This is
it. They just knocked the ball round him, little triangle round him, and he's run 30 yards for nothing.
Yeah, and we started off well the other night because Ramsey, the first, gets Bayern in the second leg the other night. Ramsey started closing down first 15 minutes. Ramsey's unfit. He hasn't played. After half an hour of Bayern knocking the ball around, Ramsey was knackered.
Yeah, it's expected, isn't it?
So I think this is just a big, huge mess at the moment.
Be interesting what other people might think. Wenger in, Wenger out. So we'll
wait and see. He's going to announce. Apparently, he's announcing towards the end of March what his decision and what he's doing. So we'll have to wait for that.
It'll be interesting to see if it is just in the media. You see a lot of Wenger out with the banners, and that's the main. It looks as if every Arsenal fan is Wenger out. It'd be nice to hear if it is what the divide is at the Emirates, because you think there's 60,000 fans. There's only 2 or 3 banners in that crowd from the same faces every week. So it would be nice to hear from other Arsenal fans to see whether the majority do want Wenger in, want him to stay, want him to go, or if they like Mark, they feel the same as him with their thoughts.
Yeah.